Why hello there everybody, it's Panda here again. Guess what? We're back for more Katawa Shoujo. What's that you say? I've finished Katawa Shoujo? No. I finished one of the paths of Katawa Shoujo. I finished Hanako's path. We're back for a different path. This time we're gonna go for Lilly. Now, the reason I'm going for Lilly is because I was initially going to go for Emmy next, but one of the guys I watch on YouTube, Chilled Chaos, I don't know if you know him, pretty awesome guy, just like me, he's doing Emmy at the moment, or I don't know if he's finished or not. I haven't actually watched him play it yet, but I know he's doing Emmy anyway, and so I didn't really want to do the same as him, so I thought, hey, why not Lilly? And one of the other guys suggested it on my last video. I can't remember who, I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name. It's coming to me. Ratchet570, I think. Don't trust me on that word, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I've been told that majority of the first chapter is pretty much the same, and so I've skipped through all of the first chapter, well, most of it anyway, and yeah, I'm up to the part where we'll start, so yeah, hope you enjoy. Yeah, oh, by the way, I went too far and so I had to scroll back, so that's why it looks all weird. Yeah. It's got to be something to do that can kill the time. Following Hanako to the library seems a bit intrusive. I forgot to start my timer again, damn it. There was a reason she left the classroom after all. And that aside, I want to catch up with Lilly. At the very best, I'd like to thank her for looking out for me despite her other obviously taxing duties. Oh, that's right, we just had a fight with Shizune. Misher and all that, yeah. I guess I'll walk around town. With any luck, I should be able to find Lilly. The exercise will do me good as well. Walking through the school courtyard to the gate, I give a small nod to a couple of passing classmates. The gesture behind me returned in kind. Even from here, the shouts of the sport club members can be heard, and the sheer volume of the din, the track must be packed right now. Got the tropical punch again. I remember what Lilly said yesterday about being dropped right into the middle of a busy time for school. Trying to get my bearings and catch up on the study that I've missed. Everyone else is doing some normal school activities. The feeling of being a foreigner still isn't dissipated, at least not yet. Well, I guess not everything's bad. This is a private school, and that much is easily noticed when walking around outside. Not only are the school grounds huge, but the buildings themselves are immaculate and quite divorced from the dime a dozen concrete blocks of public schools. The fact that there's a much stronger feeling of community here, or at least a friendlier atmosphere. At my old school, it was generally accepted that people would keep their little cliques, and be done with it. I suppose that's because you've got all the nurses and faculty around, you know, trying to be nice and friendly because there's a school for disabled kids. I don't know. Eventually I reached the gate and began to walk down the road and into town. I mean, even look at that gate. No other school has a gate that awesome. That is a pretty awesome gate. On a scale of 1 to awesome, that gate is awesome. Well, that was fairly productive. Having seen a fair portion of the town, even including the houses perched on the hills around the outskirts, I decided to take a walk around the park before heading back. In the city all my life, the total lack of smartly dressed women and fashionably dressed girls strikes me as incredibly unusual. I live in a small town like that. All that's to be seen are the old elderly person shuffling along the sidewalk and the sort of busily chatting pairs of middle-aged women outside of small storefronts. Walking along the road to the park quickly distracted distracts me from them, though making me realise that I perhaps pushed myself further than I should have done to see as much as I could. As my breath begins to wheeze and my chest tightens more and more, I give up on the prospect of soldiering on. After a quick glance around the park as I enter, I take my seat on a wobbly old bench that I notice near a couple of vending machines. I remember this seat from Hanako's path. You know what happened here? A lot of dramatic stuff happened on this seat. Back in the old days. We cried. We held each other for comfort. It was good times. Good times. And then we expressed our feelings that we love each other. Oh, okay, alright, I'll stop. This is Lily's path, I can't think of Hanako, that's right. For minutes on end, I sit with my head bent over, forcing myself to take deep breaths. I feel more like an old man than a teenager who should be in the prime of his life. The stay in hospital, the surgery and the medications must be taking their toll on me. Damn it. Damn it. Eventually, my breathing returns to normal and the muscles in my chest loosen. Not without a fair measure of relief. I guess this means the end of my little sojourn through, though, in any case, oh my god, couldn't have butchered that any more. There's a cafe on the far corner, so I'll stop by to quench my thirst before heading back. There was a vending machine, you could have just got tots. Never mind. Yuko's gonna be here. I can tell, I can sense these things. A little bell above the door signals my arrival to an empty counter. For a few moments I stand there waiting, my eyes every now and again drifting from one end of the counter to the other, searching for a service bell. What do you know, I was right. Eventually a door some ways behind the counter opens, the person emerging from it taking me by complete surprise. Yuko? Hi, I had no idea you worked here. I really have no idea how to address her either, given that she is technically school staff as well as apparently a waitress. Yes, she quickly paces up to the counter before flinging her upper half downwards in an overactive bow. I think I got that paragraph a little bit wrong, that word at least, just a little bit. Welcome to the Shanghai, may I take your order? I have a very dirty mind. Straight down to business, I see. I don't know, well, some coffee, please? Need another drink. Yes, certainly. I'll make it right away and bring it to you when it's done. Thanks. Yuko's formality takes me aback. She seems to take her job very seriously. Obeying her instructions, I turn around and quickly glance for a free table. Considering the cafe seems to be empty, this is a simple task to accomplish. Oh, I don't know, there are some pretty good looking tables around. As I walk towards the table adjacent to the window, I notice a flash of yellow around one of the table dividers. It's Lilly! Sure enough, no more than a glance is needed to ascertain that it's a certain Satao at the table. That said, I don't recognise the suited figure across the table from her. Oh, I do. Blonde, fair-skinned, and only a little shorter. She? I think she must be a relative. Since the two are all but silent as the suited figure takes a swig from a cup of coffee, I decided to greet Lilly. Some part of my coming here was in order to meet her after all. Hi, Lilly. Sal? Yeah, nice to see you again. The suited girl looks up, knotting my uniform with a relaxed smile. Noting. Oh god, noting! Oh. I apologise. That was absolutely horrible. Know each other? I guess. It's as good as an approximation of our relationship as I can think of. Care to take a seat? She says this to the air beside me, but the message is clear enough and I take a seat beside her. I suppose some introductions might be in order. Hisao, this is Akira Satao, my older sister. Akira, this is Hisao Nakai, another Yamaku student. Looks like my guess was correct. The newly introduced Akira gives a nod, which I return. What I don't return, however, is the almost analytical gaze which she looks me over. As she does so, Yuko walks up to the table and carefully places the coffee on the table before bowing and taking her leave. Gently bringing my hand to the side of the cup, I realise that it's already at just the right temperature to drink. After taking a sip, the flavour turns out to be just as good as the temperature. Yuko seems a lot better at this than being a librarian. I take a good long drink before relaxing into the seat. It takes mere seconds for Akira's examination to come to an end. Apparently becoming quickly bored with the activity, she turns to her sister. So, how's school recently? It seems Akira is entirely unconcerned with someone she doesn't know at all, listening to everything they say. Not that I mind. Leaving them to their chatting, I sit back and continue drinking the pleasantly aromatic coffee. Sounds like it's pretty busy for you then. At least I'm not cooking your meals after school anymore. As I talk, I slowly realise that I'm entirely unable to gauge Lily's emotions through her eyes, as I would for any other person. It becomes slightly unsettling as I subconsciously focus on that fact. Whoa, so cold. Weren't you just cooking for yourself anyway? I only ever got leftovers. It's not the point. Are you managing to feed yourself at least? I can cook without blowing myself up, you know. Mostly. That's... Hahaha, it's fine, it's fine. I need to learn sometime anyway. Ah, Lily? I really thought Akira was older than Lily. Or maybe she is, and just maybe Lily is more of a responsible person. I don't know. Everyone present is momentarily distracted by Yuko, who places a cup of tea on the table for Lily. Taking the moment to glance at her watch, Akira leaves herself off the seat and gives me a quick nod. Well, I'd better be off. It was nice talking to you, Lily. Akira, do you have to... Lily looks genuinely mournful at her sister suddenly leaving. It does seem like she might have the wrong idea. Sorry, I needed to get back to work. They'll be on my neck again if I don't make it back quickly. So informal. Akira's trim and tidy appearance would give me the wrong impression of her. Hi Akira. Hey, I like Akira. Don't be mean to Akira. Come on, don't look so down. I'll be around again soon. See yas. With that, she waltzes out of the Shanghai with her hand held high. Lily still looks pretty depressed, so I try to make some small talk in an effort to take her mind off it. She seems nice. That was your attempt at small talk? It was pathetic, Hisao. You were better than that with Hanako, jeez. We used to live together, but now that I live at school, we hardly ever see each other. Despite Lily having been quite affable, I still don't really know much about her. In hindsight, it's surprising just how much she's extracted from me, really. You used to live together? Was it somewhere around here? It was pretty far south, so the trip into Yamaku was fairly long. With her working hours getting longer and Yamaku being so far away, there was little choice in the end but to move into the dormitories. That explains the chatter about cooking. Evidently regaining her composure, she livens back up, at least in part. I take it you're better rested now? Sorry? You sound less exhausted than when you did when you first came in. To be able to pick out my breathing like that, she must have pretty good ears. She's blind, your other senses become far better when one of them is gone. Yeah, ended up walking all over town, despite only planning on taking a short walk down here. Reminded of my thirst from the walk, I lean forward to take a sip. Without further ado, Lily starts on a cup of strong-smelling tea. I guess I'd better get going back to Yamaku. There's only so long I can stall studying for, and I want to get a good night's sleep before the festival. Standing from my seat, I take the coffee-strained cup from the table. You're leaving? God, everybody's leaving Lily. Yeah, you're going to head back as well? It's getting kind of late. For a moment she pauses, before lifting her face over her teacup as if she was looking at me. Yuko, could we have one more coffee please? Okay, I'll bring it right away. That's not subtle. She gives a short giggle at my frank assessment of her maneuver. It's surprisingly childish and carefree, given her otherwise collected appearance. She's trapping you, Hisao. In the end though, I have little reason to refuse. To be honest, I can hardly say no, all things considered. Given a manufactured sigh, I take a seat opposite her. Wanting company then? I'd say that it's more than I was wondering. I see she's in questioning mode again. She does seem to be unusually interested in me, or at least curious. Do you have any siblings? Not exactly an unexpected tangent. Nah, only child. To be honest, the idea of having someone that close makes me a bit envious. Interesting. I raise an eyebrow, which of course goes unseen. Short silence communicates the question well enough. It's just that others have said the same thing before. It's a difficult subject to try and think about objectively, given that I've always had someone like that. I can mostly understand what Lilly means, given that it would be hard to place oneself outside of a situation they've been in all their life. It's true. She and her sister must have a pretty close relationship. Taking pains to interrupt us as little as possible, Yuko dutifully comes over and places a cup on the table. Lilly thanks her as I sit back, taking in the vexing girl in front of me. Vexing? I've not heard that word. Despite always seeming to be on her guard and in control of herself when talking to others, she has an almost childlike curiosity about other people. That said, those rare moments she seems to slightly lower her guard are the most insightful into how she thinks. Yeah, you're always trying to get the girls that lower their guard, aren't you? So you dirty, disgusting old man. Maybe you're not an old man, but you're still dirty and disgusting. God. Reaching forward for my drink, I realise something I probably should have noticed earlier. And I think I'm starting to become kind of curious about her. You like her. Despite making a good pace, it's already nightfall by the time I reach the large iron gates in front of the school. While it's nice to have plenty of time to wander around by virtue of living right next to the school, I can't help but get the feeling that very few students actually take the opportunity. Compared to the number of students I see milling around on campus during free time, it's startlingly rare to see anyone around town. At least I didn't fuck up that word. Given the large number of accommodations and facilities that the school offers, many of them might simply not see a point in venturing outside, let alone people such as Hanako and Kenshi. Yeah, I try not to venture outside of my room. I'm allergic to people. I'm not really allergic to people. But seriously, I am. I'm just kidding. I'm not. It makes me wonder if students like Shizune, Misha and Lilly are the exception for this school, rather than the norm. Oh god, it better not be Kenji. As I wander back to my dorm room, I continue to compare my old school with Yamaku. As I do so, I begin to be surprised that I managed to get even this used to everything that's happened to me. As we fade to darkness. Hey! Katawa Shoujo, Katawa Shoujo. The next day, I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine, since it's a Sunday and there are no classes. Not just a Sunday though, but the festival as well. Oh, wow, we're already at the festival? I forget we skipped the first part, and the first part's actually quite big. Hey, you've seen all of it already if you've watched Hanako's part. If you haven't seen the first part, go and watch Hanako's maybe 10 first videos. I think that's the first part. There's a lot. Although it's not really that interesting. I'm gonna stop talking now. From my window I can already see some people at the soba booth slinging noodles onto plates for people with a craving for low quality food. Gotta love that low quality food. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. Go to the festival, talk to Lilly. There will be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as others. So I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, must rhyme, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. I don't want to talk to Genji. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway intending to go out and find something to eat. I can just see it coming. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today. Why? God damn it, Hisao. You fucked up my day. I'm curious if he has any plans, since everyone is doing something. Then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room. Or possibly something like a fort, complete with the "No Girls Allowed" sign. And with the "girls" crossed out and "body" crudely scrawled underneath it. Knocking on his door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again the unsettling clicking of at least 10 locks being pulled back. The door opens up a crack. Who is it? You're supposed to ask that before you open the door. Oh, it's you. Damn, it's early. It's not really that early. What is it, man? Nothing. I was just gonna ask you what you're gonna do today. Half the school is out there already. Out where? Why? What? What? Is today special? Why are they out there? Who are... I can hear them. It's loud, don't tell me. Has the invasion begun? He suddenly looks more alarmed. What day is it, man? Yeah, I guess you can't see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff. What the hell are you talking about? I have my curtain closed at all times to thwart the snipers. Oh god. It's the festival. You know that, right? Oh shit, that's today? Damn it! I can't believe I forgot. I don't have my fort finished yet. This is bad. He does have a fort. This is going to be a very bad day. It's good you told me this, man. This is going to be a bad day. Why? Oh man, they're going to be everywhere. People outside my window. Socializing. Oh god, not socializing. For the love of God, socializing. We're all doomed. Genji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly looking very ill. It's going to be loud as hell. Damn. And I was going to go out today, but now it's ruined. Everything is ruined. This is awful. This sucks. This sucks. What the hell? This really sucks. I can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run. Genji seems nervous. You could even say he's majorly freaking out. Yeah, I'd say he's majorly freaking out. I can't believe this. So that's what today was. Damn, and I couldn't even prepare for it. I couldn't even brace myself, and now it's here and I can't do anything. You should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know, but I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished. Yeah, it's all my fault, I know. Sorry. Sorry, I thought you knew. So I guess you're not going to do anything today? The weather is even good. Yesterday was really windy, so I thought today would be cold. It's not though. So there's no reason to just stay inside. Yeah, you should check out the festival. Kenji groans. He covers his face with his hand. That was a really weird, strange groan. No, I can't do it. They'll eat me alive out there, I know it. That has to be a joke, but he said it with such a straight face, relatively straight. What are you going to do? We should hang out in here. You can help me build my fort. We might still make it if we work together. I don't know, I'm pretty hungry, so I thought I'd get some food first and then check out the attractions. Class project seemed pretty cool and I gave a hand with it, so I want to see it, at least that one, and chat with Lilly, I guess. Speaking of that, don't you have any obligation for the project? Are you out of your mind? That blind broad is up to no good. I can feel it in my spleen, man. Her presence is like a dark shadow that's in the way of my great vision. As expected of blind people. Oh, yeah, of course. What? Besides, I thought you were also... He holds his hand to interrupt me. Only legally. Metaphorically, I can see farther than any man before. Kenji, you crazy mofo. Kenji looks... Oh, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that word. Into the metaphorical distance to emphasize his statement, thrusting his chin forward to look manlier. Actually, it's just the corridor wall 2 meters away, but it's all the same. I can see the future of mankind, and it's a dark one unless the threat of woman is stifled. They are everywhere. He fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he's trying to start a fire, then slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finishes running its course. I'm going to have to find some place to hide in, a safe haven, and then knock the lights out of myself so that I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival. Okay. Later, dude. Thank God we are away from that madman. The door slowly closes with a low creak, and I don't know how I feel about what Kenji just said. After buying a plastic plate of takoyaki from a stall belonging to the class next to ours, I take a seat in the school gardens and watch people pass as I tentatively nibble away at the rather bland tasting item. I guess I shouldn't complain, it's better than nothing and didn't cost much. As I look out towards the school, watching people coming and going proves a surprisingly entertaining way of passing the time as I eat. Little children accompanied by parents or grandparents scamper around in the din from eventual meat, one hand dragging the company and the other bearing an oversized colourful swing. I can't help but notice the age range among the people here is skewed towards the elderly, something that I'd also noticed when I was walking around town. This must be one of those towns where the only people left are those that have lived here their whole lives and ardently refuse to leave, and those wanting to live out the rest of their days in one of the increasingly few tranquil spaces. I think I'd want to grow old here. It'd be a nice place to grow old. I guess that also goes away to explaining how conservative Yamaku's school culture seems to be. Not that I mind one bit, I kind of like how calm Yamaku and its surroundings are. The heat though is another matter entirely. Sitting in one place for so long has focused my mind on how annoyingly humid it's getting. Now that the hottest part of the day is here, it's also incredibly humid in my room. Gah! The sound of the Carolyn bell takes me completely by surprise as I stand up. A reaction shared by a few people strolling around as well. The PA system crackles to life after the tolling bell ends. Its age shows as the principal makes a barely intelligible announcement over it, officially opening the festival that's very much in full swing. I'm gonna stop it there because I don't think I'm really doing too well on the talking today, to be honest. So because I'm fucking up a lot of words. I'm gonna stop it there. Yeah, I'll try and do some more tomorrow when I've actually slapped myself silly of all the stupid fuck ups I've made in this video. So yeah, see you guys.